Hey everybody, this is Petey from the Spinner Rack, and we also have.
Calvin Ellis ready to rock out with the Lady of Heaven.
So today we had a request from our great viewer, Man of Goodwill, and he asked us to do this. We have no choice but to react to it. So here we go. Try not to be our usual pleasant selves, and let's see what happens.
The world is in shock as a group of terrorists has taken control of large areas of Syria and Iraq.
Oh, this is heavy.
Cruel and dangerous place. Remember,
Okay.
afraid. Be strong.
Whoa. Oh my goodness.
All right, this might be out of our wheelhouse.
Not as far as outside of the Spinner Rack.
The Lady of Heaven. She was very special. Daughter to the Prophet Muhammad.
My time is near. And afterward, my lovely Fatima, you will face many trials.
With my father no longer here to lead us, evil is with those who will extinguish the light of truth.
Oh, wait a minute. This is the story of Fatima?
A woman tell us what to do.
Oh, this is good. You already know the story.
God will judge all of you.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
This world
Wow.
has become a breeding ground of violence.
If we review this, we might get some guys like that running after us.
Generations to It said some people are so full of faith. They give strength to everyone around them.
It looks like it's jumping around times, right?
This life and the hereafter.
Looks like it, but it's not a time travel story.
Lady Fatima's goodness inspired people,
Oh, man. Oh, man.
no matter what the cost.
Okay, I don't think we can do this one.
Her legacy lives on.
Here we go. We got through it. Coming soon. Now, I only know the story of Muhammad. Do you know the story that this is based on? What you're thinking this is about?
I am pretty sure. Oh, man. Oh, man. This should be about Fatima.
Okay.
And hold on a second. Let me just get my mind correct regarding this. I always try to be very, very respectful. Religious projects like this,
Mm-hmm.
I always want the same respect, for my own particular belief system. But
Yeah.
hang on a second. All right, I think I got everything. Hello?
I'm here.
No, I thought I lost you for a second.
No, I'm here.
Well, all right, because it's totally according to the Holy Quran, you're not supposed to display any images of like any of the prophets or any of the major religious figures. So this would include Muhammad. So Muhammad, Jesus, Moses, you're not supposed to display those particular images. So I don't remember if Fatima was revered that way. She may just be more of seen as a historical figure and not one of the prophetic figures, if you will. But she's the daughter of Muhammad.
Okay. Yep.
So this would be.
I got that from the trailer. I didn't know beforehand.
Yeah, I just wanted to be sure as to that.
Thank you for clarifying, though. I was guessing that's what the case was, but thank you for So keep going.
Yeah, so she's the daughter of Muhammad, and well, there's some good stuff and some bad stuff to this at the end of the day, because this is where you get the whole split within Islam, where who's supposed to be in charge, a descendant of Muhammad, or somebody who's just strong with the faith. The whole you get that particular split. But this would be just a historical account of how she persevered the faith after the death after the death of the prophet.
Hmm.
So you can definitely go. That's not an issue. I think that's not an issue. No, I'm really, because I'm not sure, because I know up to Muhammad, but I don't know about anything after that. How I know she's revered, but I don't know anything too much after that.
Mhm.
However, it looks like what the film is doing is trying to, and this would be pretty ambitious, because Islam, unfortunately, well, let me not say unfortunate, but Islam isn't centralized. So there's no pope like
Mhm.
there's with Christianity, where, I mean, you don't have to be a Catholic, but if the Pope comes out and says something in the name of Christianity, if you're a Christian, pretty much everybody gets married to that at the end.
Mhm.
There's not going to be some offshoot of Christianity like, well, no, you know what, the hell with the Pope. No, the Pope comes out and says something. Most denominations will probably like, yeah, that's okay. We might not necessarily subscribe to everything, but those particular arguments aren't gonna, you know, aren't something we're gonna lambast. Islam isn't centralized, so you don't really have like one figure who can come out and speak for everybody. And then you have the situation where, the religion is associated with violence and terrorism, in modern times, which I think they might be tapping into a little bit within the film. So it looks like, at least from what I'm seeing, they're trying to juxtapose a story of her, maybe not necessarily solidifying, but continuing the faith that initiated by her father. Okay, and then juxtaposing it with the the descendants of that, or maybe how distant some people may be with it, or the things that they're still doing in that particular name. And so that might actually be what we're looking at in terms of the story based on the trailer.
Yeah.
Definitely have to see. I would definitely have to see. That's what I'm getting so far.
Yeah. For me, it looked interesting. It looked like it spanned generations, like probably even the present, the present generation to the past, where this obviously initially takes place. Um, it looked like it might have some sort of action in there. It looked like it was more than just like a simple whatever historically weapons they had. It might look like they might have a little extra in there. So it's something that looks like it could be something that's heavy though. It's one of those things like you were saying with your wife or your you're like, oh, well, we gonna watch Lady Heaven. Okay, we need some time before this. We know it's gonna be some heavy stuff in there, but it looks interesting to me. It looks interesting. And
Well, I'm like, no, this is something I will actually watch, because it's hard to, I mean, a lot of the things that will be films of the Islamic nature dealing with the historical, and I don't think you can even make a film with any of the characters who will be prophets, that sort of thing. I don't even know if you can make a film like that, to be quite honest. So it's never been really delineated very clearly for me, to be quite honest. The only thing you really hear about, is some idiot decided, well, I'm going to put the Prophet Muhammad in a newspaper to show you guys we don't care, and then the next thing you know, they're shooting the place up. So you got some causality, right? Well, I'm not for the place being shot up. However, they are telling you, if you put this dude in the paper, we're going to probably come here and shoot the place up. So I think you can do some other stuff for free speech without necessarily egging on, somebody, or giving somebody who's obviously nutty enough to come and shoot the place up a reason to come and do it. Those are the only things that, unfortunately I get. But I'm not somebody who follows it as diligently as someone else may be. But these type of films I'm always interested in seeing, because film gives you a depiction that you can't necessarily get, from the readings at the end of the day. Or if the film is interesting enough, I'll dive head first into reading some more stuff about it. So I'm definitely interested in seeing how this displays. Unfortunately, there's no release date for this film. So while the trailer is there, this film was supposed to be released, I think, a year ago. And then COVID. So don't know when it's going to be released, but I mean, it looks good, and I would really look. That is something that I've discussed with other people who are people who have been Muslims, and I mean, because one guy would bring up an argument. He was like, "Hey, they look at Islam as a violent religion, but look at Christianity. Look at all over the world. You guys are no slouches when it comes to that, so on and so forth." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, but it's hard to juxtapose what happened 400 years ago with what happened too. So you're going to have that particular instance over there, but a film that I think examines what's going on currently, or at least, maybe not contemporaneously, but something, within the last 10 or 20 years, if you will, something that examines that and then, juxtaposes it with the origins and the sustaining of the faith. I think that would be a great film. That would be a really good film to watch. It would definitely be something that would interest me. The first year of Christianity, this would be, after Jesus's death and so on and so forth. There's so much argument amongst the newly formed Christians, and this was all positive, healthy argument as to how they were going to go forward. I would always love, like, hey, you guys should do a film on that, to show how rigorous the argumentation was, about faith. And these guys weren't just walking around, well, we just take everything on the say so. They were very erudite in their approach to a lot of the stuff, and I think a lot of that was lost. So I would love to see films that tap into that. This looks like it could be similar to that type of desire on my part, so I would definitely be interested in seeing more of it. Unfortunately, no release date as of yet.
Yeah. So for me, I would say definitely interested. I know I don't have much knowledge on outside of knowing some things from school about the Prophet Muhammad. So it'd be interesting to see this other part to fill in the gap of what happened after that sort of thing. So thank you for asking us to review it. It somehow survived the spinner rack. I wasn't betting on it. You know how we can get. So spinner rack
Out.
thanks again.